Hello everyone, it's Mark. I am the Sanderson Collector, and this week I am going to share with y'all my alternate art dust jackets for some of the Stormlight books. Now, I know I said last week that I would probably be doing a rare book haul this week, but I have decided that I need to do a little bit more research on one of the books before I have all the details to share with y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll get it to y'all when it's ready. This video has been requested several times on my Instagram. People have asked about these covers. I've had people asking on the Discord for me to do it. I've had comments on some of my other YouTube videos asking for it. So finally, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to explain my alternate art dust jackets for Stormlight books 2, 3, and 4. Now, the first one is Words of Radiance. When Brandon was writing this book, the working title was The Book of Endless Pages, and you might remember from reading the book that the Book of Endless Pages is an actual in-world book that shows up at some point in Words of Radiance, and Brandon's publisher decided that's not really a good title for a 1,000+ page fantasy novel, so we're going to have it changed, and it ends up being Words of Radiance instead. But some fans thought the Book of Endless Pages was a really cool title. I agree. So one fan named Tracy, who's up in Portland, commissioned an artist named Lee Moyer to create the dust jacket and do the typography and everything. And they created a dust jacket for the Book of Endless Pages. I think it's absolutely awesome. It really does evoke a lot of the Shattered Plains and Storm feel, as a lot of the Michael Whelan covers, and the typography and everything looks really good and cool and authentic. And so Tracy commissioned one of these and presented it to Brandon. There's a really cool video of Brandon seeing it for the first time, which I will link in the description. There's also a blog post with Sean talking to the artist Lee Moyer about it, which I will also link in the description. And after this, I went ahead and contacted Lee Moyer and asked if I could get one, and he has done a couple more print runs since these dust jackets. I know several other collectors who have them, and they look really, really cool. Mine is signed by the artist right here, and I had Brandon sign it, and he crossed out Words of Radiance and wrote The Book of Endless Pages. So I really, really enjoy having this edition, and I'm glad that I can share it with y'all today, because this is one of my, it's not super rare, but it's really cool, and I really love it, so I am so glad to have this. If you want to order one, you can email his assistant Venetia. There's an email probably showing up down here, and it'll be in the description, and it's, I think, $25. The other collectors have told me to order one and have it shipped to you. One note about this: if you order it, it only fits the earlier printings of Words of Radiance. Later printings of Words of Radiance are printed on thinner paper, and the words on the spine will not fit because it's a big heckin' set of letters there. So just a warning, if you do want to get one of these, you will need an earlier printing of Words of Radiance. Now, after seeing this alternate dust jacket, some of the beta readers for Brandon decided to make a complete joke funny dust jacket for Oathbringer, and that dust jacket is right here, and it features some really, really cool art from Rick Martin, who runs secondbrickfast.com. Link to that will be in the description. Of course, he does all kinds of really cool Lego fan art for Brandon, for the Wheel of Time. There's some for Patrick Rothfuss and Scott Lynch as well. So definitely check out his website if you like Lego stuff at all. And so here is the front of the book, the spine, and the back, featuring all kinds of really cool builds that Rick did. There are some absolutely ridiculously goofy pictures for the dust jacket flap that I absolutely love. And the back dust jacket has a really goofy summary of the book here. And there's all kinds of fun quotes by Neil Gaiman and Robert Jordan and J.R.R. Tolkien and so on the back that we made up. And I was able to get mine at the Oathbringer release party, and I had several of the other beta readers and people I know sign the book for me. So I've got various beta readers. I've got Brandon's signature right here, and I also got Dallin, Oliver, and Joel to sign it for me. Those are Brandon's kids. I have Brandon's wife Emily and all his assistants, and so many beta readers who are friends of mine, and it is awesome to have all of their signatures collected on this really fun and goofy dust jacket that we had so much fun putting together as a group. So I absolutely love this one. And again, I am glad that I can share it with y'all and show off all the stuff on it. That one, unfortunately, you cannot buy online. We don't have the rights to make and sell these or anything like that. We just made them as a joke and fun for ourselves, basically. And then for Rhythm of War, we decided that we wanted to do one, or the other betas, I was mostly not involved in the process this time, decided that they wanted to do another dust jacket with more serious art. And so they commissioned Botanica Sue, or Botanica Xu. I'm not entirely sure how they pronounce their name, but they are the translator for many of the Chinese editions and have done all kinds of cool art. They did the bookmark art for the Way of Kings soundtrack Kickstarter and plenty of other awesome fan art that you can find. They have a Twitter, a Tumblr, an Instagram, and so on. A couple of those links will be in the description. And they did this art for the cover of Rhythm of War, and it really looks professional and good on the shelf, all sides. So this was a really, really cool cover that the beta reads did. But of course on the dust jackets, they have absolute jokes, and they are hilarious. I laugh every time I actually stop and look at them. The art is ridiculous, and it really does just give it that extra touch of hilarity that we all love. Again, these were not really for sale online. These were just something that we did as a group because it was fun. This one is obviously not signed because, well, Rhythm of War did not have an in-person release event thanks to the pandemic. On a positive note, I did, however, go and get my first shot on Friday with the Moderna vaccine, and I'm really hoping that maybe this fall for the third Skyward book, there will be an in-person release party that I can go to. I might or might not bring this copy of Rhythm of War to have some of the other beta readers and friends sign it. That's everything I have for this week, and I'm really glad to have all three of these books and glad that I can share them with y'all on this video. I hope y'all have enjoyed seeing them as much as I have enjoyed collecting them and having them on my shelf, and I hope this clears up any questions y'all have. If you have any more questions, feel free to poke me in the comments or via email or in the collector Discord. You know the drill. If you enjoy the video, go ahead and leave me a like. If you don't want to miss future videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back next week. I'm hoping I can get an interview with a friend of mine who is another big Sanderson fan and collector of Sanderson and all kinds of other books. So hopefully I can get her in for an interview. We will see. No promises, but I will be back next week with another video. Until then, happy collecting.